You're listening to the In the Tunnel Radio Show with your hosts, Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Prep's recruiting guru, Patrick Truesdale, on CBS Sports Radio 650.
Yes, indeed. Broadcasting live from Greenway Plaza. We are the In the Tunnel Radio Show on 650 CBS Radio. How you doing? I'm your host. My name is Parrish Murphy, and the recruiting guru for Bayou City Preps. His name is Patrick Truesdale.
What's going on, everybody out there in H-Town?
How you feeling? It's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day.
Yeah, good day.
Wonderful day.
It was a good Friday.
How about that?
Good Easter weekend. Beautiful in H-Town.
Absolutely. And, of course, any day I get up is a good day. I'm an easy day. Nothing wrong with that. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. A lot of stuff to talk about. People trying to finalize their draft boards. And also, Adidas throwing out a lot of loot. Throwing out a whole lot of loot this week. We're going to get into that. And, J.J. Watt, they signed him to a brief option. We'll see what that leads to. And also, are you ready for some football on Thursday night? For free TV. CBS has just inked a deal with the NFL where they are going to broadcast, they're going to air, I believe it's a simulcast, where they're going to simulcast the Thursday night broadcast of NFL Network. So, how great is this?
Thursday night football on CBS.
On CBS, free TV. How about that?
Yeah. Instead of people have to go to NFL Network, so they worked a good deal. I think that's a good thing, having Thursday night football on CBS so everybody can see it. Man,
the thing I like is you don't have to pay for a cable fee for this. You can get this on regular TV.
Yeah. People can sit at home and have a Thursday night party instead of going to the sports bars.
Yeah, because sad thing, I think everything has gone to cable now. Everything. Absolutely everything that we look at from a sports perspective has gone. Monday Night Football, and I don't know if it's just me or not. I really don't know if it's just me or not. Hadn't it become crappy? And look, I'm not the biggest John Gruden fan in the world. I don't care what he thinks about it, but they're just horrible, whether it's the announcers or whether it's just a game. I mean, when's the last time you said, man, that was a hell of a Monday Night Football game?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been some games, been pretty good, but it seems like the Sunday night games are better than the Monday night games, really.
Yeah, well, I think they put more. Well, you know what? NBC has a clause where midway through the season, what they can do is they can flip some of the games. They can move some of the games.
Right.
Which is good because, of certain teams, because you can't, I don't think because of the high turnover rate in free agency and just draft impact, I don't think that you can sit up and you can evaluate a team for what they did the previous year anymore. I don't think you can do that because the dynamic of teams changed so much. Like, there'll be 3 teams this year that didn't make the playoffs that'll make the playoffs.
Right. You got that free agent thing. It all started back in 94.
Absolutely.
That's when Dallas was real successful. And then they started with the free agent thing, that kind of the salary caps and everything kind of do mess a lot of teams up. And that's why as a GM, you got your work you got to put in. You have to, basically keep, doing a good job drafting and doing a good job with free agent and everything, just like the movie Draft. I went to go see it last week. I mean, you have it's a lot of war. It's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of last minute trades. You got 10 minutes to pick. Basically, the movie was talking about how, it takes you 10 minutes to, be on the clock and things can change. You'd be amazed what happens in that 10 minutes. You might have your hopes of getting this guy the day before or earlier that day, talking to different teams and last minute things happen. So, that's how it go.
At the end of the day, that's still stupid though, because you know what? You've had months to prepare for the draft. You know what your needs are.
Yeah, but you also have
talent evaluators in play. Yeah. Man, I'm just sorry. That was just really dumb.
That's just business.
2 years. When Minnesota missed their slot, that was just stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, some people don't know what the world they're doing. Just like Charlie, what's his name? Charlie used to be here.
Casserly.
I mean, he's horrible.
He is. Why does this guy keep getting jobs? Does he have pictures of somebody in the NFL office?
Well,
he's got pictures of somebody in the NFL office.
It's a buddy system. And a lot of GMs, coaches, and scouts got these jobs because it's a buddy system. A lot of them, you'd be amazed on what they're doing. And that's with him, man. And he's doing the best thing right now, being on NFL Network. And he's horrible doing that. But to me, I get a big laugh listening to him and everything.
I love the fact that people actually ask his opinion, and he actually sucks.
Yeah, and I laugh every time.
And I just think that's hilarious.
Yeah, well, here's a guy drafted. He messing up for Cloudy. And everybody, like we talked about this last week, a lot of people think that defensive ends can be a number 1 pick. But there's something about this kid, which they always say you can find him, and there's something about this kid. But like I say, in the history, just been two. Mario Williams and Bruce Matthews back in '85, which is ended up turning out being great. One of the best Hall of Famer.
Bad pick.
Yeah, but, it's just kind of one of them things where he kind of messed everything up with that, So there's a lot of history about it. That guy's horrible. He's horrible.
Well,
yeah.
I love the kids, you love the kids, and apparently the NCAA loves the kids. NCAA loves them.
I thought they hate them.
After the Connecticut point guard, Shabazz Napier, went on television and said there were many nights that he went to bed hungry. He went to bed hungry. Hungry!
Yeah.
The NCAA looked at their policy, and they've changed their policy, and now college athletes can get food after 6 p.m. or anytime they need to, including snacks. How awesome is that?
It's a shame these kids got to come out and say this to wake them people up, And I tell everybody, NCAA, when Spike Lee said this on ESPN, and he's right. The NCAA are the biggest pimps in the world. I mean, how they pimp these kids? You have programs where you have small schools where the kitchen shut down early. And so I know kids at Texas Southern practice, and they couldn't eat after practice. Thank God for Frenchies, because they used to have little passes to eat at Frenchies. Or they bring boxes out there. But, I know we got John Gibbs, something we're going to talk about on air when John Gibbs come on. But, I mean, you have some schools, the way the kitchens shut down early. And my thing is they should have been done, and they give these kids passes to eat at one of the restaurants in the town. But that's something that should have been stopped, because like I said, a lot of these kids starve. And as an athlete, you have a strong appetite, because you have a lot of guys, they working out, they get up in the morning, they got the all-season program, they run, lift early in the morning before they go to class, then they got practice in the evening.
Right.
And sometimes when you're working out hard and you lifting weights, you get hungry. So a kid can eat at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, but he might get back hungry at 10 sometimes. It's not good to eat late, but eat a little snack or something. So, I mean, that's something, I'm glad that young man mentioned that. They try to play it off like we ain't the reason why he's doing it, but yeah, right. But I'm glad that kid came out forward with it, because, I mean, and that ain't the only thing that needs to be changed, and I really think college football needs to get away from NCAA, but like I said, it's just getting to a point where a lot of these kids stepping up, and kids are smarter than we think they are. You look at the guy, what's his name, O'Bannon, boy from UCLA he's going to trial in June, behind, but with video games. That stuff should have been done.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I say, they something else. Like I say, I say it again. I agree with Spike Lee said on ESPN a couple of years ago. They are the biggest pimps in the world.
Wow. Yeah. And that's something that's hard to call somebody an amateur athlete when they gross that kind of money for an institution.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
That's why I say you got to get these kids degrees.
Why are these things in place? Because you know what? Having a kid, have the availability of food for a kid shouldn't be a big deal. Listen, I understand. Look, close everything down at 10 o'clock. I get it. But I don't understand, why is there a restriction for when these kids can eat? I just think it's stupid. The calf closes at 6. Right. So why was there even a restriction on this? Is my clue. I don't understand.
Some calves aren't even open. Period. They close at 3. Some calves, of course, students got to eat. Like I said, it's about 6 o'clock. You're right. But a lot of these kids don't get out of practice till after 6.
Absolutely.
And that's something that should have been already taken care of. Now, some universities, I know they take care of their kids when they come to eating.
Right.
I remember years ago I was down at Oklahoma State. They had their own cook. These kids have their own cook. They do their own steaks right when they get out of practice.
Wow.
And a lot of these schools make sure these kids eat certain things, eat the right way. And that's something, like I said, I know we definitely could talk John Gibbs about when he come on about certain food, because you want to make sure these kids eat the right food so they have the energy when they in class, when they go to practice during the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're into In the End of Tunnel. My name is Parrish Murphy, and the gentleman across from me, he is the recruiting guru for Bayou City Preps. His name is Patrick Truesdale. We'll be right back in just a little bit, and we're going to talk to a young man who is the quarterback of Alcorn State University. Fresh out of Booker T from here.
Studewood High.
Real good. Yeah, how about Studi with Studewood High? See, he can't get you out of the neighborhood. We'll be right back within the tunnel. We got a couple more hot topics coming up, and we'll be back with Mr. John Gill right here on 650 CBS Radio.
There's no off-season in football. We'll return with more from In the Tunnel with Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Preps Patrick Truesdale on CBS Sports Radio 650.
Bayou City Preps is a scouting and recruiting service that helps high school football athletes achieve their collegiate goals. With many relationships in the college arena, Bayou City Preps offers marketing, combines, camps, and SAT and academic help. Serving the greater Houston and surrounding areas for 17 years, Bayou City Preps can help your high school football athletes maximize their full potential. Call Bayou City Preps at 832-329-4916. That's 832-329-4916. Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384.
April the 15th is the tax filing deadline. Let DKNY Tax and Financial Services prepare your taxes. With greater than 30 years combined experience servicing the Galveston, Houston community, we're eager to assist you with all your tax preparation needs, including audit reviews. Want convenience?
Call us at 409-692-0436. That's 409-692-0436. We provide pick-up and drop-off mobile services. DKNY Tax and Financial Services is an authorized IRS e-file provider.
Bayou City Preps is a scouting and recruiting service that helps high school football athletes achieve their collegiate goals. With many relationships in the college arena, Bayou City Preps offers marketing, combines, camps, and SAT and academic help. Serving the greater Houston and surrounding areas for 17 years, Bayou City Preps can help your high school football athletes maximize their full potential. Call Bayou City Preps at 832-329-4916. That's 832-329-4916. Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384. Bayou City Preps is a scouting and recruiting service that helps high school football athletes achieve their collegiate goals. With many relationships in the college arena, Bayou City Preps offers marketing, combines, camps, and SAT and academic help. Serving the greater Houston and surrounding areas for 17 years, Bayou City Preps can help your high school football athletes maximize their full potential. Call Bayou City Preps at 832-329-4916. That's 832-329-4916. Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384.
April the 15th is the tax filing deadline. Let DKNY Tax and Financial Services prepare your taxes. With greater than 30 years combined experience servicing the Galveston, Houston community, we're eager to assist you with all your tax preparation needs, including audit reviews. Want convenience?
Call us at 409-692-0436. That's 409-692-0436. We provide pick-up and drop-off mobile services. DKNY Tax and Financial Services is an authorized IRS e-file provider.
Turn it up. We're about to open our playbook. We'll return to In the Tunnel with Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Preps Patrick Truesdale on CBS Sports Radio 650.
And here we are again. Welcome to In the Tunnel Radio Show. My name is Parrish Murphy, and from Bayou City Preps, their recruiting guru, Patrick Truesdale. We're going to finish up some hot topics, and we have a special guest, Mr. John Gibbs. He's in the house from Alcorn State. He is the quarterback out of Booker T. Washington, and we're going to talk with him and find out what's going on at Alcorn State and basically how he's doing. Real quick, we want to say congratulations. We want to say congratulations to Mr. Damian Lillard. He inked a new deal with Adidas that could be worth up to $100 million. Lillard was the 2012-2013 Rookie of the Year and made his first All-Star game this past season. Damian Lillard was drafted by Portland 6th overall in the 2012 draft. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I see why a lot of these ex-ball players be talking about how these guys get these big contracts. Guys played back in the 60s and 70s. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how this guy got that big contract on the shoe deal. Mm-hmm. And you take guys like we talked earlier about Cloudy, guys like that, they can get deals like that before they do their contract in July. And so, I mean, it's just amazing what these shoe companies putting in these athletes.
Well, the thing about it's a television thing.
Yeah.
And what you have to understand about about TV is they need content.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they have a signal, and what they want to do is they make their money selling to advertisers, and they need to have something to say. Whether they're lying or they're not, they need something to say. Whether it's propaganda, BS, or the truth, or just reporting news, they have to have some type of content. And when you do that, you highlight guys. When you air these games, you highlight guys. And so that makes it more available for these guys. I mean, you think about it. These young men now, they live in a digital world, a social media digital world.
No doubt.
And they have no privacy whatsoever. You look at players like Isaiah Thomas, and you look at players like Larry Bird, and even before then, they had privacy. I mean, the only time you saw them was when they played. And it wasn't readily available. I mean, they didn't have game packages and stuff back then. No. I mean,
they didn't have no NBA network.
Absolutely.
We talked about earlier about the network.
Absolutely. Yeah. So now, these guys are more available, and along with availability, comes these type of opportunities, especially if you're good. I like Damon. He's good, And then Portland has a very good team. Rockets better watch out. They better not slip. We should win, but they better not take them lightly.
We got in there. We almost slipped at the end, but I think we're gonna be all right.
Also, your friend and mine, Mr. Alden Smith. The 49ers now are saying, well, they're not publicly saying this, but rumor has it that they are likely to pass on Alden Smith's option for the 2015 year because of all the foolishness and stupidity this fool has gotten into.
Man, I don't know. I hear they over-exaggerated what happened at the airport, but just the ideal if he did say anything about threat, you just don't do that. You go overboard. I mean, guy got some serious issues, had a team on raising him, and, it's just one of them. I mean, got caught with a loaded gun, DUI. The team had to suspend him before the NFL, before Roger Goodell even get to him. So I don't know what's going to happen. And I mean, I'm a 49er fan, and we need him. The team love him. He's a good guy, just he do some bonehead decisions when he leaves that facility.
Well, I don't understand why these players don't understand that your reputation mean something. I don't understand why. Here's the thing. I don't care if you're from the grimiest ghetto.
Right.
At the end of the day, why mess up your money? Why do that? Because that the NFL is very image conscious.
Right.
And you know everything that they do is predicated on selling the shield. So why would you do something stupid like this?
I mean, these kids don't understand today. It's all, like you said, it's all about your reputation. And there's no excuse for some of these guys coming in. I don't care where you come from. Because when you get to college, you got to shake all that out of you. Then you go to these combines. They tell you things. And then, I'm not a big Roger Goodell fan, but you know how this man is.
Absolutely.
So you should have common sense. There's too many examples for you to look at. You got guys like Nate Newton comes to the combine and tell these guys. And the problem is they get up there when they get all that money. You can't tell them anything. And they think they're on top of the world. They think they're on money and power. But a lot of times they get reality check. And then next thing you know, you look 10 years later, they're on TV. Well, I'm broke. I went through this. I went through that. And
wow.
Look, you know what's going on. And I don't want to hear them sad stories 10 years later. But this kid here, the troubles he's been in already, and he studied doing it. And I don't know exactly what happened. I heard he didn't put like a big threat. They say, but I don't care if you say anything about bombing the airport.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
I was at the airport, and a kid told me, man, Mr. Murphy, that's the bomb, And a security guard walked up to him and put his hand on his shoulder and said, son, you can't say that. You cannot make any bomb. And I was like, wow.
Nah, I scared to say that if I'm by myself.
But you know what? But why would you? That's just stupid.
And then I know LAPD came around, and I know they seen how big he was. They probably didn't want to take no chance wrestling.
Tremendous Negro. Let's taser him.
Yeah, hey.
Well, a friend of mine's grandma used to tell me all the time. She said, you know what? Common sense ain't that damn common.
Yeah. So, you gotta, come on, man. You guys, you gotta think better than that. And he's gonna find himself suspended for the whole year if he don't be careful.
Well.
They might not, they gotta decide they're gonna sign him on the 4th of May. So, we'll see what happens.
We'll definitely see what happens. We have a special guest in the Tunnel Studios today. This gentleman is the starting quarterback for the Alcorn State Braves. and he is following in the footsteps of actually one of my favorite players, Steve McNair. That was the last player I was really interested in from Alcorn State, and he actually plays the same position. 6'7", right?
Yeah.
6'7", can throw. Saw him play last year. Saw him beat my TSU Tigers, but we're not going to talk about old stuff, and we're not going to get into that. You know, we have Mr. John Gibbs in the house today. Welcome, John.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, listen, first off, thanks for coming by. You are being coached by a gentleman who is the original Air McNair.
Yes, sir.
Fred McNair, for those that don't know, is Steve McNair's older brother. He was not able to get the notoriety that Steve McNair got, but he was an outstanding quarterback nonetheless. He played some Arena League ball, and now he is back at Alcorn State coaching, and he is the quarterback coach to John Gibbs. Tell me how that process is.
That process is real good, actually. He actually played 2 years for the Dallas Cowboys behind Aikman and with Michael Irvin and all those guys.
Did he?
Yeah, that's what most people don't know about.
He played the World League too.
Yeah, man.
You're telling me some news. Okay.
I asked him questions about how it was throwing to Michael Irvin and guys like that. You know, really like in the NFL. You know, he said it was just amazing.
Yeah, especially if you got white powder on the ball. You know, Michael catch it all day.
Yeah, especially with America's team. You know, nothing can go wrong. He said he was like living the life. You know, in the NFL in Dallas. But he's a great coach. He's a great coach. He's a great coach. He's a great man. Like, I can talk to him about anything. I feel like I can go to him anytime, talk to him about anything with school, family, life. You know, he always has a good input, always positive. He's real positive. Never really just a negative person. He's always positive. Even when, you know, coach gets down on me, stuff like that, you know, he's always there to tell me what I did wrong, but, you know, in a positive manner, in a positive way to help me, you know, build myself to make myself better.
Now, one of the things I do is I try to keep up with a lot of the quarterbacks and stuff like that come out of the area. One of the things that I want to know is, what are you doing to work on your development? Because there are a lot of kids that play quarterback, but there are not a lot of kids that actually make it or are invited to combines and things of that nature. What are you doing to work on your game? Because, I mean, physically, you have height. You know, people can see that. 6'7", correct? You're real 6'7", or are you like a pole dancing 6'7", where once you take off your heels, you're not 6'7"?
I'm actually 6'6" 3/4".
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I put the cleats on, you know, pads and everything.
Okay, all right. Okay.
It looks 6'7".
Okay, all right. So obviously, you know, from a physical standpoint, that's something that NFL scouts and stuff like that look at. What else are you doing to just kind of get better, work on your craft, and just be a much better, more efficient quarterback?
To better myself, it's fundamentals. Fundamentals. I mean, Coach Mack, you know, preaches it, you know, day in and day out. You know, the fundamentals are correct. You know, they're honed in. Everything's perfect. You know, you're able to, you know, do everything else better. When it's like, I watch film, you know, with coaches and everything, they can tell where I start making, you know, bad decisions, you know, horrible, you know, reads, this and that. And it all starts with fundamentals, you know, reading the weak side safety, you know, following through with your throws, you know, reading the C-gap defender on zone read, you know, on power read, all type of things like that. So me personally, and along with, you know, Coach Mack and everything, it starts with, you know, fundamentals. Fundamentals aren't correct, everything else is thrown off.
Now, John, let me ask you this. It shocked me because I didn't think everything was going to move that fast. I know they had plans to redshirt you at first.
Yeah.
Then they kind of just threw you out there, and I was like, man, this kid ain't ready yet. And then I remember watching you against Southern, and from that game, you pulled it out. It was a raggedy pullout.
Yeah,
you got better and better as the week went by. And then when you got the preview, you know, you almost beat them by yourself. I know they threw the Hail Mary, broke y'all back before the half. And you had, like 282, right?
Yes, sir.
And I remember everybody was coming to you after the game, you know, and I remember you playing preview for homecoming, which is homecoming for you.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, you beat TSU this year. Was homecoming for them. It was homecoming for you.
There you go, bringing up old stuff. Bringing up old stuff.
But I mean, I
feel like I'm in a relationship.
Hey, you'll be all right. You get over it. He's going to wear out 2 more years, so just get ready for it. You ready for that bow. Take that bow with like a man. But anyway, everything has happened so quick, and then you having a great year this year. I mean, how does it feel? It
feels real good. I actually talked to Coach Mack about my freshman year. You know, he said it. All the coaches decided, you know, go ahead, throw him in the fire. Let's bite the bullet now. He's a freshman, you know. Let's see what we can do with him. And they threw me in the fire. My first game was against Arkansas State. You know, Red Wolves. You know, we got blown out. I got my first sack was against
Division One.
Yeah, my first sack during the Sun Belt. My first sack was a defensive tackle. He went to the league actually, hit me, ball came out, they pick up, go for 6. So that was my first like collegiate, you know, actual big hit. And ever since then, you know, that was like the first blow. And after the first blow, you're good to go. You know, against Southern, you know, had my team behind me. Guys were, rallying with me like, we need you. You're the quarterback right now. You can win this game for us. And I just, managed the game, put the ball in playmakers' hand, let them make plays. We got the fake punt by Londre Young. Our fullback was able to break it for 12. We came out on top, won the game.
Yeah, see, the thing interesting about this Parrish is, here's a kid, he should have been playing his junior year, didn't play his junior year. A lot of times, as being, one thing about being a quarterback, quarterbacks and running backs, they commit early. Sometimes people be full, but the head coach at Alcorn now, Coach Hopkins.
Jay Hobson.
Yeah,
yes,
and actually that's part of history of being the first white coach in the SWAC. Mm-hmm. But he wasn't the head coach when he signed.
Okay.
And the interim coach saw him and loved him. I sent the tape and loved him. But at the end, when the coach got there, they fixed everything up for him, and they done a great job with him. But at the end of the day, like I told all those coaches, I said, y'all got to steal. Because this kid's supposed to be playing Division I ball. And I tell kids, and any kid out there listening and parents, a lot of them get caught up in Division I, but it don't matter where you go, it's what you do. Especially playing quarterback, it's watered down. And here's a kid, one advantage he have over the quarterbacks going into the draft this year is he can see all over the field. Mm-hmm. And this kid is just amazing how he stepped up. I always had the mind to play it, and he definitely going to be playing on Sundays. And and one thing I ask you, John, what is your memories you want people at Alcorn to remember you? Like they remember Fred McNair and they remember Steve McNair. What is one of the things you want to leave in Longman before you leave? We want people to remember about John Gibbs Jr.
Oh, man, when I leave Longman, I want everybody to know, he was a leader on and off the field. He won games for us, managed the game, was a good person. All type of things like that, things, type of characteristics a leadership should have. But also, I'm going to actually try to break Steve's passing touchdown record.
Say, man, you don't say try. We from H-Town.
How many more you got? How many more touchdowns you got to beat him?
I want to say.
What's Steve's number?
Oh, it's like 70 plus.
How many you got?
I got 30 plus.
So you got 2 years?
Yeah, I do have 2 years in my tight end, slash wide out Jordan Payne. Me and him, we came close to actually breaking the record between the most touchdowns from a quarterback to a receiver this year. He's from Wisconsin actually.
Okay.
We had nine touchdowns together, all in the red zone. So looking to break some records this coming up season. Hopefully get closer to Steve's passing record. Touchdown.
And I'd love to see it against TSU at home.
Yeah. There you go. Bringing up old stuff. Anyway, we got to go to break, John Gibbs. We appreciate you. Hang out with us some more. We got college recruiting coming up and also high school recruiting. So by all means, John, feel free to hang out with us here in the tunnel. My name is Parrish Murphy. This hater next to me from Bayou City Preps. He's the recruiting guru. His name is Patrick Truesdale. We'll be right back on CBS Radio 650.
We'll be back with more from In the Tunnel with Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Preps Patrick Truesdale on CBS Sports Radio 650.
April the 15th is the tax filing deadline. Let DKNY Tax and Financial Services prepare your taxes. With greater than 30 years combined experience servicing the Galveston-Houston community, we're eager to assist you with all your tax preparation needs, including audit reviews. Want convenience?
Call us at 409-692-0436. That's 409-692-0436. We provide pickup and drop-off mobile services. DKNY Tax and Financial Services is an authorized IRS e-file provider.
Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384. Honorary Sports Management is a full-service sports management and marketing agency that provides athletes with the tools to reach their maximum potential, making the transition from high school to college to professional sports. Honorary Sports Management offers contract negotiation, financial management, estate planning, insurance, training and development, as well as draft preparation and branding. Call 832-831-1615. That's 832-831-1615. Honorary Sports, where each client is treated like family.
April the 15th is the tax filing deadline. Let DKNY Tax and Financial Services prepare your taxes. With greater than 30 years combined experience servicing the Galveston, Houston community, we're eager to assist you with all your tax preparation needs, including audit reviews. Want convenience?
Call us at 409-692-0436. That's 409-692-0436. We provide pick-up and drop-off mobile services. DKNY Tax and Financial Services is an authorized IRS e-file provider.
Bayou City Preps is a scouting and recruiting service that helps high school football athletes achieve their collegiate goals. With many relationships in the college arena, Bayou City Preps offers marketing, combines, camps, and SAT and academic help. Serving the greater Houston and surrounding areas for 17 years, Bayou City Preps can help your high school football athletes maximize their full potential. Call Bayou City Preps at 832-329-4916. That's 832-329-4916.
April the 15th is the tax filing deadline. Let DKNY Tax and Financial Services prepare your taxes. With greater than 30 years combined experience servicing the Galveston, Houston community, we're eager to assist you with all your tax preparation needs, including audit reviews. Want convenience?
Call us at 409-692-0436. That's 409-692-0436. We provide pick-up and drop-off mobile services. DKNY Tax and Financial Services is an authorized IRS e-file provider.
Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384. Bayou City Preps is a scouting and recruiting service that helps high school football athletes achieve their collegiate goals. With many relationships in the college arena, Bayou City Preps offers marketing, combines, camps, and SAT and academic help. Serving the greater Houston and surrounding areas for 17 years, Bayou City Preps can help your high school football athletes maximize their full potential. Call Bayou City Preps at 832-329-4916. That's 832-329-4916.
You're listening to CBS Sports Radio 650 and In the Tunnel with Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Preps Patrick Truesdale.
Welcome back to CBS Radio 650. You're in tune to In the Tunnel. My name is Parrish Murphy, along with Bayou City Preps. Hey, I'm still salty you talking about Texas Southern, man. I'm still a little salty about that. Bayou City Preps recruiting guru, Patrick Truesdale. Whatever, man. Man, just, you know what? Just let it go. Let it go.
I'm going to let it go, but people just hate the truth. And then they want to call you a hater when it's the truth.
We got John Gibbs, quarterback from Alcorn State.
Ain't going to bust TSU 2 years and going to break a rugged.
That's all
Steve
right.
McNeil rugged against Texas Southern.
I like John. That's okay.
There we go.
Moving on. This is the college recruiting segment of the In the Tunnel program. If you don't mind, I'll finish, Mr. Truesdale. One of your favorite schools, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is actually redoing their stadium now, and they are going to go with an artificial surface for the first time. They normally had grass due to seasonal events, wear and tear, and things of that nature. Notre Dame will be switching from grass to synthetic turf. Also, my stupid award goes to Chad Kelly. In Clemson, quarterback Chad Kelly was dismissed from the team Monday for conduct detrimental to the team. Translation, he got kicked out of school for being a damn fool. Kelly got into a verbal confrontation with the Clemson coaches during the spring game because he did not want to punt on 4th and 1. Kelly has had a pattern of bad behavior that isn't necessarily consistent with the values of the Clemson program. Kelly was one of the top dual threat quarterbacks coming out of high school in 2012. He was redshirted his freshman year, and then he tore his ACL in the 2013 spring game. Chad Kelly is the nephew of Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly, who we know, love, and continue to pray for with his battle with cancer.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. You embarrass your family. And I mean, what it is with these quarterbacks, with these celebrity, whether it's their sons or their nephews, because the last one to act the clown was Michael Vick, little brother. And what's going on? Then they had to carry the boy. I mean, that boy got a problem. Anytime cops have to carry you off the field, you acting crazy like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the first thing they're going to say, okay, Jim Kelly nephew, you're embarrassing him. They'll say the kid must be spoiled. Then we got to have security to carry out the field.
Get him off the field.
Who don't want that kid to play for them?
Not at all. No.
He'll have a hard time transferring.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. And like I say, he's a good player. He was a good player in high school. But at the same time, when your attitude is bad like that,
right,
and then you carrying on like that, and I mean, the thing is, you carry on as a quarterback. And John, you can tell us, I mean, it's all about your character as a quarterback. And then how you going to lead a team like that? I mean, that plays the big role. And I'm sure Coach McNair will tell you that all the time about your character playing that position.
Yeah, he's always talking to us. You know, there are certain things that we can control and things that we can't control, but how we act as a whole, you know, our quarterback is about 3 or 4 of us, how it is a whole, we can control ourselves. Our character, you know, stay poised on and off the field, you know, don't get the hot head.
Right.
You know, stay calm, you know. Everybody's gonna be looking at you, win or lose, you get the blame regardless. So don't be mad at it.
I mean that's like worse than Vince Young throwing his shoulder pads in the crowd. The security had to carry you off the field. I mean, come on.
That's pretty bad.
That's bad.
I agree. That's embarrassing. And in our ugly segment of the program, what in the world is going on with the Miami Hurricanes? Miami Hurricanes unveiled their new uniforms for the upcoming season. The uniforms vary from smoke gray to different variations of their traditional green and orange. Not to mention the all-white uniforms, which are really crappy. Why do people wear all-white uniforms?
Well,
they look like pajamas. Why do they do that?
Some uniforms look good white.
They look ugly.
Hey, you got all these creative things. Hey, it's all about the you, because I guess they can do that.
Sad part is these uniforms were made by Nike, which lets you know that they do not have a patent on
the uniforms could have been better. I remember in the past they had them green helmets because they wore green helmets in the 70s. I thought that was sweet. But, you got to understand, people love crazy things. So a lot of people got all these uniforms. They got some crazy-looking uniforms, period. And they try to do something flashy. You'd be amazed how kids like crazy-looking things, and that's part of recruiting, too. So you know how that go. I remember we was talking about Notre Dame earlier. I remember Notre Dame was mad. The Lungs was mad because they got that heavy tradition, because they changed their uniforms. They had the logo, the Irish logo leaf on the helmet.
Right.
And Kelly had to tell them, I'm like, y'all got to understand, this is helping recruiting. We got to get some of that old stuff out. And people see that have recruit, because the first school started doing that where everybody knows Oregon. Of course, it's a Nike school. It was where Nike went.
Absolutely.
But that was the thing helped their recruiting. Even when Kelly came in and turned that offense around and made it, they'd be like, hey.
Right.
But, these kids today, they got it made, though. They get, these big schools, they get these big contracts with these schools, and they get, new gear every day. Shoes, warm-up shorts every day, every other day.
I need to call Adidas, because Adidas is just throwing out entirely too much damn money. They just inked a $40 million deal with Louisville.
Yes.
And they're going to be doing all of the uniforms and apparel for Louisville, University of Louisville.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, and that's something that coaches would say when they go recruit a kid. We just got a $40 million deal with Adidas. You're going to get this, you're going to get that.
Right.
And that helps with recruiting. And like I said, these shoe companies, it's marketing. Like you said earlier, we talked about the guy from Portland, and that's marketing, and they putting a lot of money in these colleges.
Wow.
And like I said, it's helping recruiting and making deals. And they just making money out. That's bringing money to the university.
Can't beat that with a stick.
No.
UT spring game today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on my way down there when I leave here.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. It's got a lot of kids down there. There's a couple of underclassmen down there. Big D tackle from Hightower. There's Anderson. He's going down. They want him down there. See him early. And you got the kid from Sealy, Christian Wallace. They down there, and and they doing things kind of different. We talked, I think, last week about recruiting these underclassmen. Like everybody looking at the 16 kids, and so they doing a real good job.
Is the class really that good?
The class is 16.
16.
Oh yeah, 16 class is a real deal.
Really?
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Manville High School probably gonna be the best place in the country to recruit in 2016.
Really?
With DeAndre Anderson, Cadillac Anderson's nephew,
Right.
free safety, gonna probably be number one safety in the country.
Wow.
And you got DJ King, playmaker, play like, but he's not the tallest, like Russell Wilson, and he got RG3 speed and his athletic ability. Dad was a sprinter at Walter back in the day. They're a king, but they loaded. They are loaded, and they loaded.
Wow.
So it's gonna be interesting down there, and we get, it's gonna be interesting for people to see the toughness Charlie Strong put in. What he's trying to bring to the program, the toughness. So it actually be on at 1:00 on Horn Network.
Oh, okay.
So see what's going on.
So you're going down there to see your dad, huh?
Oh, why I got to be my dad, man? Going to see my guy Cole Befford in the game. Come on, man. Why
Just, you know what? I have to give Pat credit. We were doing podcasts last year, and he was saying last year, he said that Texas needed to hire somebody like Charlie Strong. He was very adamant about this, and I looked at him like he was crazy, and now he looks at me with this condescending, stupid look like, yeah, I told you so.
Well, I was on with Matt, with your family at CBS Channel 11 on Saturday telling everybody that.
Absolutely.
They need to hire Charlie Strong. And that's the best thing they did. And he's definitely going to turn it around, man.
Okay.
Them and Baylor going neck to neck. That's going to be real interesting. That's going to be the biggest game in the Big 12 in the future.
Okay. Baylor, Art Biles is doing a lot of good stuff.
Biles doing a lot of things. That's a strong man.
What else is he doing?
I mean, here's a guy, we know about his story, and he played college ball. He played TCU, and, he lost his mom and dad, his aunt in the wreck. And actually, all he had was his brother left, and lost. He died last year, fell in the bathroom. But, he's a strong guy. I mean, for him to turn this program around was in the dumps.
Which is what he's
been through. Yeah, man, he's doing a good job. Recruits, Coach Buck and his son, they doing a good job down in Houston recruiting, and just had John Humphrey, Lee City, Clear Falls.
Wow.
Probably the fastest kid in the country. Just committed.
Wow.
Wednesday night to Baylor.
Wow.
And that was a big, big commitment from them. Athlete, you recruit him as an athlete, kid can fly. He's the only kid I know ran a 4.2. I've seen live at a combine do that. But, that's a big commitment. They really wanted him bad. I don't think they're going to put him at DB, but they're going to find a way. He touched the ball. So, but, they doing it. Right now, they rank number 3 in the nation as far as, top 300 ESPN, recruits.
Wow.
Yeah. So, A&M number 1, Penn State number 2, Baylor number 3.
Wow.
So that's pretty big.
Wow, it's pretty big.
But, like I tell everybody, you can't get caught up in that hype a lot of times, especially being in Texas, because we have so much talent, and there's a lot of kids should be ranked in the top 300. You can't put everybody in 300. But his kids is good. I mean, you might have a kid play 1 year here. It's still good, under the radar, So that's something we'll talk about when we get to the recruiting thing,
Right. We never really know. Also, in college basketball news, Jabari Parker and his teammate Hood are going to go to the NBA. Well, registered for the draft. I hate that.
Hey, man.
I hate that. I would love to have seen him and Justice Winslow play. I would have loved to have seen that. But.
Well, we'll be on the radio around this time next year and saying Justin come out early. I mean, it's one, you go after the 1 year players, you know how they go.
That's how it goes.
But hey, it's business. And, it is what it is. You got to look at the money. Can't pass that up.
It's the only thing I can take to the grocery store and buy my family something to eat.
Yeah.
So, oh well. You listen to CBS Radio 650. My name is Parrish Murphy, and from Bayou City Preps, their recruiting guru, his name is Patrick Truesdale. We've still got John Gibbs in the house. We're going to talk with him a little bit in the high school recruiting segment of the show. Stay tuned. In the Tunnel, we'll be right back on CBS Radio 650.
You're in the Tunnel with Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Preps recruiting guru Patrick Truesdale on CBS Sports Radio 650.
Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384. Honorary Sports Management is a full-service sports management and marketing agency that provides athletes with the tools to reach their maximum potential, making the transition from high school to college to professional sports. Honorary Sports Management offers contract negotiation, financial management, estate planning, insurance, training and development, as well as draft preparation and branding. Call 832-831-1615. That's 832-831-1615. Honorary Sports, where each client is treated like family.
April the 15th is the tax filing deadline. Let DKNY Tax and Financial Services prepare your taxes. With greater than 30 years combined experience servicing the Galveston, Houston community, we're eager to assist you with all your tax preparation needs, including audit reviews. Want convenience?
Call us at 409-692-0436. That's 409-692-0436. We provide pickup and drop-off mobile services. DKNY Tax and Financial Services is an authorized IRS e-file provider.
Honorary Sports Management is a full-service sports management and marketing agency that provides athletes with the tools to reach their maximum potential, making the transition from high school to college to professional sports. Honorary Sports Management offers contract negotiation, financial management, estate planning, insurance, training and development, as well as draft preparation and branding. Call 832-831-1615. That's 832-831-1615. Honorary Sports, where each client is treated like family. Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384. Honorary Sports Management is a full-service sports management and marketing agency that provides athletes with the tools to reach their maximum potential, making the transition from high school to college to professional sports. Honorary Sports Management offers contract negotiation, financial management, estate planning, insurance, training and development, as well as draft preparation and branding. Call 832-831-1615. That's 832-831-1615. Honorary Sports, where each client is treated like family.
April the 15th is the tax filing deadline. Let DKNY Tax and Financial Services prepare your taxes. With greater than 30 years combined experience servicing the Galveston-Houston community, we're eager to assist you with all your tax preparation needs, including audit reviews. Want convenience?
Call us at 409-692-0436. That's 409-692-0436. We provide pick-up and drop-off mobile services. DKNY Tax and Financial Services is an authorized IRS e-file provider.
Bayou City Preps is a scouting and recruiting service that helps high school football athletes achieve their collegiate goals. With many relationships in the college arena, Bayou City Preps offers marketing, combines, camps, and SAT and academic help. Serving the greater Houston and surrounding areas for 17 years, Bayou City Preps can help your high school football athletes maximize their full potential. Call Bayou City Preps at 832-329-4916. That's 832-329-4916.
Now back to Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Prep's Patrick Truesdale on In the Tunnel. Heard exclusively on CBS Sports Radio 650.
Absolutely. You're in tune to CBS Radio 650. My name is Parrish Murphy. This gentleman is Patrick Truesdale. He is the guru of recruiting for Bayou City Preps. You're in tune to In the Tunnel, and we still have Mr. John Gibbs, quarterback of the Alcorn State Braves, still in the house. He was a young man coming out of high school that was for Booker T, that played for Booker T. Washington.
Yeah, I did play for Booker T. I played for them 3 years actually.
3 years, okay.
Bayou City.
Now, how did you like Booker T?
I loved it, being that, my family, my dad went there,
right.
My family grew up in the neighborhood, felt like home, I grew up around Booker T.
Right.
I just didn't go there my freshman year. I went to Houston Christian High School with Bob Johnson.
Okay.
No, Mike Johnson, actually. Mike Johnson.
Katie ex-coach.
Yeah, Katie's ex-coach.
Okay.
All the state champs. He was a great coach. Great guy to have my freshman year to be around, learn a lot from. But going to Booker T, coming back, home,
right.
So to speak, was real good. The crowds behind me, the fans behind my family, everything. It was just a place to be. Right at the right time.
And your dad, John Gibbs Sr., was a good quarterback in the mid-70s.
My dad played in the 70s at Booker T, man. So I tried
it's a legacy thing then.
Yeah, it sort of was a legacy thing. He wore number one, I wore number one.
Okay.
And played at UCLA, right?
He played at UCLA, won a Rose Bowl ring.
Wow.
His first year, Dick Vermeer was the head coach.
Wow.
Yeah, so my dad had a great time at UCLA.
What year was that?
75, 76.
75.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was before Warren Moon then.
Right. Well, Moon were late 70s. They were around the same time.
Okay,
around the same time. Yeah. Moon won like 78 or 79, I think.
Okay.
But just playing at Booker T, sort of kind of following my dad's footsteps, but, everybody, it was so weird at the games. After the game we win, everybody saying, well, they used to tell me, I'm showing things that my dad used to do, like running the ball. My dad he's more so a runner than he was a passer.
Right.
And people to this day we laugh at it, sit back and laugh. Everybody says I was a better passer than he was, but he could let it ride when he had to go.
I understand.
Actually, Dad did cry when they won the Rose Bowl too.
Wow. Thank you for giving him extra
I'll
beat.
call him when we're done.
Hey, we're opening up our phone lines. Give us a call, 713-965-0650. That is 713-65. I'm sorry, numbers are beating me up.
Take your time,
713.
I think Alcorn quarterback put the numbers on, make them get the numbers.
650. That's 713-9-650-650. How about that? Caller, Jason, you on the air. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I'm a 1991 graduate of Booker T. Washington myself.
Okay. How about that?
I know the Gibbs family real well. In fact, John, I saw your daddy Thursday at the bike shop.
Wow.
He showed me a picture of your little brother over there at U of H running track.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah, he's doing real good.
Look here, we proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You're eager for life. You just added to the tradition of the first African-American school in the city of Houston, Texas, located in the very first incorporated city for blacks until 1929. That's Independence Heights.
Yes, sir.
So we wear that badge pride. Hey, we proud of you. Do the best you can these next 2 years and get to the next step, baby.
Will do. Thank you.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks.
Yeah,
All right.
we definitely wish him well, except when he plays Texas Southern, but that's another story.
Homecoming.
See, that's why I forgot the phone
Now, y'all
number.
have-
The numbers you
see,
put up.
exactly. See, now you guys actually play Texas Southern down there. You guys play them in Alcorn.
Yes, sir. In Norman this year. It's actually for our homecoming. They played us, for their homecoming this past season. Couldn't let them, win. So it was actually my homecoming. I looked at it. Me and a couple of my teammates from Houston. It was good for us. We actually played them in Norman this year.
A lot of Houston kids on in Alcorn?
There's actually 2 of us.
2, okay.
2 of us.
You made it sound like it was about 45 guys.
Nah, it's just that Houston, we come heavy. We go big or go home. That's why there's 2 of us. We do bring a little crowd with our family. They all come in and support us and everything. We have 4 of us from Texas on the team. 1 guy from Port Arthur and Beaumont. 1 kid from Houston along with me. Zach Rollins, he played
receiver
at Nimitz.
Real deal.
He played at Nimitz.
Real deal.
Went to the Air Force. Transferred in. Now he's playing receiver for us. He's a big aspect in our offense. Expect to see his name, a lot.
Okay. Now, being a young athlete and going through everything that you're going through, we have kids that listen. I mean, our demographic of people that listen is probably 12 on up. What are some of the things for some younger kids that are playing quarterback, a kid in junior high school? What can they work on to kind of help and perfect their quarterbacking skills?
I mean, I would say go to camps, as many camps as you can, talk to, older guys. Growing up, again, I was around Booker T, saw those quarterbacks. Actually, my god brother, Ernest Easton, he played, quarterback at Booker T. Watched him play, watching them with my dad, YouTube a couple of things, Michael Vick, Warren Moon, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, YouTube, look up your craft.
That's right.
You want to perfect your craft. Don't just practice and, watch them on yourself. Obviously you have to, critique yourself, watch them and get better yourself, but also look up other athletes. Look up at athletes. Take something from everyone's talents, how they play, to put it all in yours, make yourself better.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Now, speaking of making yourself better, a lot of kids are going to have an opportunity to do that coming up on May the 24th. There will be a combine at Mercer Stadium, and it's going to have a lot of coaches coming to town looking at a whole lot of kids, right?
Yeah, it's going to be at Mercer Stadium on the 24th of May on a Saturday. And actually, it's going to be first combine in Houston with college coaches there. It hasn't been like that since the Nike Combine. They cut all that out with the college coaches being there. It used to be down at A&M. So it's going to be a real good deal because a lot of kids be able to expose. It's going to be inviting. A lot of kids be able to show their talent to just more than one school, and a couple of coaches like Coach Brown, I talked to him. He's excited about it, coming down, flying down, looking at a lot of the talent. University of Miami, running back coach. Yeah, because he's coming down looking at the kid, Corey Dolphins, is supposed to be there from Port Arthur, running back. He's a real deal because we were going to talk about him. But, so it's going to be on the 24th. Maury Smith put it on, and more details about another week, and they will have him on and talk about it. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a big deal.
Absolutely. So why haven't they had the combine?
Well, the NCAA don't let college coaches come to combine, especially like in May.
Gotcha.
So they somehow they pull this off, and that's something that he definitely will be talking about another week about it. So it's going to be a real big deal, real exciting deal, and it's been great. Like I said, kids, you can show all your talent from a lot of other universities, so it's going to be a good deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. John Gibbs. Thank you for coming, man. We look forward to seeing you, man, this year. Hoping that, that they actually put you guys on TV again. I think I saw you. I think they aired one of your games this year on ESPN. And I know I went down to the stadium to see you guys play TSU. And you look good, man. Much success to you. And we wish you nothing but success, unless you play the Tigers. But, that's something. Even if you win, even if you beat them, that's cool. Cause I didn't say nothing when Steve McNair beat him. I didn't. So it was just one of those things. What can we look forward to this season, man? What do you got? What do you guys have coming up?
This season we have 9 returning starters on offense and 9 returning starters on defense. So a lot, the whole team's coming back with 28 seniors, this coming up season. So the team's looking pretty healthy, looking strong. Everybody's looking to fill their roles, play the position they're supposed to play, go along with the game plan. Everybody's bought into it. We're looking to win games.
Right,
we're not really going to go with the statistics. My freshman year, we were, picked last in the SWAC. My sophomore year this year, also picked last in the SWAC. And obviously we didn't finish last in the SWAC. We finished 5 in the Sheridan polls and the top 30 in the FCS in the nation. But even though we're in the top right now, we're just take it, day by day, game by game. Do we have to do to win games?
The SWAC championship is going to be here, man. I'd love to see you playing in that game. That would be absolutely bananas.
Yeah, I'm pulling for you, baby. I expect to see you on Kirby in December. I don't expect you to be walking in the stadium. I expect to be going in and saying, I'm going to see my boy John Gibbs.
All right.
H-Town, y'all better look out for this kid, you know. Be the next upcoming quarterback. He's definitely going to be in the league. Going to be following Andrew Luck's steps and Vince Young and all his steps. So this kid is
don't follow Vince Young's steps.
Well, they can say follow his steps, but just going to the league. This is going my bad going to the league.
Don't do that. Athletically on the field, you can follow Vince, but once you leave the field, you just hug Vince and pray for him.
Yeah, I'm following Andrew Luck actually because he went to George Whitfield's camp. Actually, I'm going to George.
That's
Whitfield's.
why you're going to Whitfield camp. Yeah, and I know we trying to break the deal with Manatee.
Yeah, going to George Whitfield's camp this May. 19th through the 23rd to be down there in San Diego, California.
And once again, like I tell you, any kid out here listening, parent, don't matter where you go, it's what you do. And, when you're coming from that school making history, man, you're going to be all right, man. So we praying for you. And I'm definitely going to see you in December playing.
Yes,
and I'm definitely going to see you be PV down there. And me and Parrish going to make a drive. Matter of fact, we're going to try to do a show down there, man. Have us a Parrish Truesdale, John Gibbs game day show when you were TSU Button Norman, man.
Everybody didn't like Jesus. I'm not worried about that. Hey, listen, we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to us for In the Tunnel. We'd like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors, and also we'd like to thank John Gibbs for coming through. We look forward to seeing this young man during the season. You're listening to CBS Radio 650. We appreciate you so much. We know you have other alternatives in radio listening. We are truly honored that you chose us here at In the Tunnel. Coming up real soon, we've got, actually next week, we're going to talk about the spring game.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about UT spring game and also have a lot more information on some more college recruiting and other stuff like that. For Parrish Murphy and Patrick Truesdale from Bayou City Preps, you're listening to CBS Radio 650. We are In the Tunnel.
Shout out to the Clark.
You're listening to In the Tunnel with Parrish Murphy and Bayou City Preps Patrick Truesdale on CBS Sports Radio 650.
Honorary Sports Management is a full-service sports management and marketing agency that provides athletes with the tools to reach their maximum potential, making the transition from high school to college to professional sports. Honorary Sports Management offers contract negotiation, financial management, estate planning, insurance, training and development, as well as draft preparation and branding. Call 832-831-1615. That's 832-831-1615. Honorary Sports, where each client is treated like family. Triple J Smokehouse, located at 6715 Homestead, has been serving the best barbecue in Houston since 1994. For your catering needs, call 713-635-6384 and find out why Triple J's won this year's Foodie Award at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Call Triple J Smokehouse at 713-635-6384. That's 713-635-6384.